Hey guys, welcome back to HyperTora. I've got my Tokyo treat box here for February, which arrived today. It's around about the normal delivery time, even though it was shipped a little bit early, so I think a lot of the shipping services are still a little bit backed up from Christmas. But it also feels slightly bulging in here, which is quite an exciting prospect. So let's open this up and see what we have inside. Okay. That's pretty cool. Our theme for this month is Sweet Valentine because of February, so which is pretty cool. So we've got Valentine's Day coming up soon, so hopefully there'll be a load of chocolatey and sweet things in here. I know we've had some really cool Valentine's treats before in previous years. So I'll open this up just so I know what we've got, if I can find the right page as we go through. There we go. And let's start with the item on top, which I think I saw teased on the Facebook yesterday, but I tried not to pay too much attention to it. So these are one of our premium items. These are Calbee chocolate dip chips. So that'd be interesting. I think they're also sort of really salted flavour by the look of the image there. I don't think I think we have had chocolate coated chips in a previous month's box with the strawberry chocolate. So these will be interesting to try out. Next up, we have our DIY candy. So this looks like it's going to be a kind of Mochi DIY. This comes from, not entirely sure which box this is meant to come from. Yeah, this is our classic box item because you get your DIY in the classic boxes nowadays. We have had this Mochi before in Tokyo Treat, so there's nothing too new about this. I have done this exact DIY candy before. Which is a bit of a shame. Next up, we have some little chocolate candies. This looks like it's a premium item box, so it's a petite pudding chocolate. Just looking at the packaging, that looks absolutely delicious. So that's going to be on the top of my list to try out, along with what I've just seen for our next item, which is some KitKat marshmallows. So cat paw marshmallows, they look pretty cool. Absolutely love marshmallows. So they're going to be on top of my list of sweet things that I'm actually going to be pretty excited for this month. Next up, we've got what looks like rice or wheat crackers. I think we had some of these in last month's box. These are soy sauce crackers. They're from the premium box. They look pretty similar to something we had last month, which is a bit of a shame to have something so similar so soon. Next up, we've got biscuit. So this is looks like a strawberry scented biscuit here. This is Glico strawberry biscuits. So they look like they're going to be pretty tasty. Quite liking all the chocolate for this month. Next up, we have some Pikachu themed chocolate puff snacks. I think we've had these before. I can't remember if we've had the Pikachu. They look familiar. But yeah, they were pretty nice last time we tried them, but we'll open them up again this time. Our next item is, so it's our Umaibo for the month, but they're a little bit smaller than usual. So this is a chocolate one. I'm not sure I've had a chocolate. We might have had some before. It's been a while since I remember us having some sort of chocolate coated one, so these will be quite interesting to try out. Oh, so we got one of our party or share packs here. So we have some KitKats. From our premium box, and I don't think I've tried this flavour before, which is going to be pretty cool. So it's Japanese Mikan KitKats, which I'm assuming is some sort of Satsuma orange style flavouring based on the picture, which would be pretty cool. I'm quite looking forward to those. I did a KitKat video a while back. If you went back through my channel, I don't think that was one of the flavours we managed to test, so that would be a new experience. Next up, we've got a Shin-chan chocolate stars from our classic box. Can't quite tell what's actually inside from the packaging, unless you probably speak Japanese or can read Japanese. Next up, we have what looks like some roast beef style crisps or chips. So these are from the classic box, and it says Super Heart Chipple. So I'm assuming this is going to be some sort of barbecue flavouring of some sorts. Next up we have, I think, one of our share or party pack things. This is from the classic box. So these are Calbee vegetable salad heart chips, or crisps if you're from the UK. We've had vegetable crisps / chips before, so nothing too brilliantly new with that one, which is a shame. I can't remember whether I liked them last time, but they did come in a variety of colours based on their flavour, so they'll be interesting to open up. And we have got quite a few packages of those, so we can open up a small one. Almost at the end now. Our next item, I think we've had this kind of stuff before again. This will be a classic box item. It's this kimchi rice puffs. I'm pretty sure we've had rice puffs from kimchi before, so nothing massively new if you've been subscribed for a while there. I imagine they're running out of fresh and new snacks that they haven't put in before. And then our final item from our premium box is our drink, which is Canada Dry Sparkling Sangria, which looks like it's going to be quite interesting to try out. From the picture it looks like there's orange and grape and raspberry and stuff in there, so that looks pretty interesting. And a quick glance at this, just to make sure we've got everything. It looks like we do, which is pretty cool. So nothing missing there. So let's actually go through some of these and try them out. Get back to here. I'm going to start with the Sparkling Sangria. It's nice and fizzy. It's made by Coca-Cola. If you get this box and you get some fizzy drinks in these boxes sometimes, do watch when you open them. They have been shipped from Japan, so they can be quite fizzy. It smells nice and sort of grapey. And it's really nice. I can taste the grape the most in that, because it tastes a little bit like it's got a hint of grape soda in there. But obviously the other fruit sort of takes it away from your normal grape soda flavour. So that's a really nice drink. I think other than the peach drinks we've had in the last few months, that's my favourite, most recent drink. Next up we'll try our little chocolate snacks. So I'm sure we've had similar items to these before. They're quite small, there's lots in there. They're really chocolatey, nice and creamy, and we got a nice box full of them, so that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that, or finishing them off. Next up we have our Shin-chan chocolate stars. Oh, that's interesting. So these are little, all individually packaged. That's new, so we haven't had these before. That's pretty cool, so it comes in a little packet. It looks like, while it says chocolate stars, it looks like it's a, says it's packed with vitamin D. It looks like a hard powdered candy, the kind that you put in a kind of press and turn into this kind of candy. Which is pretty cool. That tastes like quite rich in chocolate. It's the first time I've had powdered hard candy like that, which is actually chocolate flavoured. That's the first time I've come across it in chocolate flavouring, which is interesting and new. Next up to try, we've got our kimchi rice puffs. So there's quite a few in here, and they look a little bit like this. And I'm not sure if these are soy sauce flavoured or kimchi flavoured. They're really nice actually. Not quite soy sauce flavoured like I thought. They're actually kimchi. I don't know what I was expecting with that, but they taste pretty cool actually. They're not quite a nice savoury snack for cleansing your palate. Next up, we'll try these barbecue super hot Chipotle crystal snacks. They kind of look a little bit puffed, like quavers if you've ever had quavers in the UK, or whatever similar in your country. They definitely have a barbecued meat flavouring to them, which I guess from the image on there. They're pretty nice as well. I don't have any quarrels with that. That tastes pretty nice. Almost tastes a little bit like roast barbecue chicken. Is the closest thing I can think of. Next up we've got our soy sauce crackers. which I'm pretty sure we had something very similar to these last month. They are a little bit sticky. Yeah, definitely soy sauce flavoured. I never massively too keen on these personally. I think that I like my soy sauce on my rice, but I've never been too keen on just eating soy sauce flavoured crackers on their own, because they can be a bit rich sometimes. Next up, I think we've got one more item before everything else is still sweet and chocolate. So let's try some of these vegetable snacks. So I'm pretty sure we've definitely had these before. Let's see if I can get a variety of colours out there. So they come in different colours. So we got sort of a kind of plainy one. We got a green and an orange one, which I assume is carrot. And they all come in sort of heart shapes, which is pretty cool. And they're not massively strong. You can taste the vegetables, but they're not overpowering. They're more like a kind of plain crisp with a very hint of vegetables in there. So that isn't too bad. I can't remember whether I liked them last time or not, but I think they're not too bad. They're quite nice actually this time around. Next up, we've got our Amiibo. I definitely don't think we've had a chocolate coated one before. If you've been watching my channel for a while and we have, do comment down below and let me know which video it was. I think it would have been a while ago if it was, but let's try this out. That's really nice. Chocolate's nice and strong, so you don't actually get the too much of the Amiibo flavour on the inside from the puff wheat or whatever they make it with. So that's really nice. Next up, let's go for our strawberry biscuits. Now, something about these is quite familiar, so I think we've had similar biscuits to these before. I'm not sure if they were strawberry flavoured. It's a very nice, strong strawberry flavouring smell to that. It's very creamy on the inside. It tastes a lot like your strawberry chocolate you get, which is quite nice and creamy, but very strawberry flavouring has, like strawberry milkshake has a very strong taste compared to actually eating strawberries. Next up, we've got our chocolate coated crisps or chips. They look pretty cool. So there we go. They've got nice diagonal patterns on them actually, which is pretty funky to go across the chip. Similar to the strawberry chocolate ones we had before, they're a little bit odd if you've not had chocolate on crisp before, because I could taste the chocolate immediately. It took a few seconds for the actual taste of the chip to come in. I'm never entirely sure what to make of these, but yeah, I wouldn't say anything bad about them. They're still pretty cool. I love them. They're a little bit odd, but there's nothing bad about them. They're pretty nice. Go and finish the pack off later quite easily, I think. Next up, I want to try out these KitKats, and I'm glad there's a whole bag of these, because if they're really nice, they will eat them very quickly. And as usual, you got a kind of nice little area on the back there to write a message if you give them to someone. So they look like they've had a little bit of melting, possibly this one, on the way over. It's got a very orangey smell to it. It smells really nice. That's a really nice KitKat. It's very Moorish as well. I think it's one of the nicest KitKats I've had in a very long time. So they're not going to last me very long, because I think I'm going to finish them very quickly. And if they're a party or share pack, they're definitely not lasting for a party or being shared. Next up, we got some marshmallows. I imagine these taste like ordinary marshmallows. I don't think there'll be any flavouring in them. from what I can tell. It's a bit harder after eating the orange KitKats. They're just normal bog standard KitKats, marshmallows with paws on, which is pretty cool because I love marshmallows. There. Next up, we've got our Pikachu candy, which has another little Pokemon inside. And we also have inside here a little card, if I can open this up without damaging it. Which is easier said than done. Get my little knife. So it's either a card or a sticker, which is pretty cool. I think it's a sticker. That's funky. That's a Pokemon I've not seen before because I normally, my generation is the original Pokemon, and I think once I started growing up, I found it very difficult to follow all the extra Pokemon they've been adding. So that's our little Pokemon sticker, which is pretty funky. And then our actual snack, which is our Pikachu Puffs. Here, there we go. So they're in the shape of little Pikachu heads with the ears. Smell of chocolate. And they taste pretty cool. That we've had chocolate puffs before. They taste exactly the same as those, so nothing different there. And then finally we have our DIY Mochi. Now, if I remember rightly, last time I did this, when we had it, I put way too much water in, and they were kind of a bit slimy. Oh. Bit of powder there from the Mochi. So in here we've got a little fork for picking them up. We've got a chocolate sauce and then a powder sachet here. I can't quite remember what the powder actually is. Kinako. I'm not entirely sure what that actually is. And then we got some little Mochi pellets which we need to rehydrate. So we got two trays here for our two different sort of sauces and coatings. So the chocolate needs to go into one of those. It's very messy if you're not careful. And in the other one we want our powder. And then you should be able to mix and match whether you want to have both or one or the other. So let's just pour some water into the Mochi tablets and wait for them to soften. It doesn't say how much, which is a bit of a shame. The packaging just says to drip them on by the looks, which is a little bit of a shame. That's probably why I ended up with some overhydrated Mochi tablets last time. So I'm going to be very careful about this. Try and make sure they only have a little bit. I might have already put too much in there. I don't know. Some of these, they need enough water so they're not hard and powdery, but they go quite slimy. Which is the one thing I didn't like about these last time I had them, because once they're wet and slimy like that, it's great for this powder to attach to them, but the chocolate dip, stuck together. I had trouble actually getting the chocolate dip to stick to it. That's actually stuck to the fork at the moment, which was a bit of a pain. Maybe better luck if you do the powder first. So they taste pretty nice. It's pretty plain, the Mochi. It's not like, it's nowhere near proper Mochi that you'd get in Japan. I'd say you wouldn't want to eat them without any of the flavouring. But otherwise they're pretty nice. They do have a kind of chewy texture, a bit like Mochi, but they're in no way, shape or form anything like getting proper Mochi from a store. But yeah, it's a DIY. It's a nice fun thing to do, especially if you've got kids. That'll be an absolutely amazing thing for them to actually do, to be able to pour some water on it, hydrate them and dip them in the powder on the chocolate there, which is pretty cool. But that's it for this video. If you did like this video, please do hit the like button. If you liked or disliked some of the items, comment down below and let me know what you thought of them. If you get the box, let me know how you're doing with it, what your favourite items were as well. It's always interesting to hear what you guys like about these boxes. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more unboxing videos. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.